the first time I got married, my brother took me and my future husband down to Huntington, and we went to this, it was kind of an old rundown house, and it was the preacher's house. Found him in the phone book, really did. And he was hard of hearing, I guess. He talked real loud. And we went in and he had a bunch of dogs. And when he was marrying us, he says, "Do you take this man to be your husband?" And dogs started barking and out-drowned it. It was very funny. And that's true. It really was true. Okay, when I was little, my brothers and sisters, we made up this game. And my dad made us some stilts out of big tall boards and tin cans, and he made us all some. And he nailed the tin cans on the side of the sticks for us to stand on. And then we made a golf ball out of socks. We stuffed it with other socks and made it about that big around. And then Daddy made us another big long stick, and it kind of had a peak on the end of it, and that was our golf club. And Mommy about killed us for digging holes in our yard, but we dug holes to knock our golf ball in. Excuse me. And we all took turns playing golf. I got pretty good at it too. We had the holes looked like a gopher had been in my mom's yard, but it was where we dug holes with a post hole digger. We dug holes all over my mom's yard, and she about killed us. But we had a good time. We played all day up until dark. Where do you go when you die? Let me see. Well, there's a lot of different answers to that, actually. You die, to start with. You quit breathing. And some people think you go straight to heaven. I don't think that. I don't think that's the way it is. You stay in the ground until Jesus gets ready to come and get all of his children. But can you imagine laying in that casket for that long, or however long it takes, and just knowing that lid's closed down on you? It makes you feel like you're going to smother to death, and worms and stuff crawling all over your body. Yuck. I don't know about that. I don't know if they do that or not, but that's what I've heard. So I don't know for sure, but that's my belief. Okay, my guilty pleasures. Let me think about that. I've got a few. Okay, I like to eat raw ground beef, but I don't like for anybody to know about it. I roll it up in a slice of bread, and I eat it. I like fried pickles, too. I fry pickles all the time. And that's really good. People ought to try it out there. It's very good. And sometimes I dip it in my ground beef, the pickle. That's real tasty. And you don't always put it on bread either. Sometimes I like to get it and put it on a dog biscuit, the soft, chewy kind of dog biscuits. Those are really good. They're very tasty. It's better than some humans has dog food, dog biscuits. Better than some people has to eat. That's my pleasure. Okay, how I feel about my personal space? Probably pretty much like everybody does. I don't like people in my personal space. I don't like people coming in my house and asking me, "Why do you do this that way? Why do you do that this way?" And just nosing into my business and getting in my face. I don't like it at all. That's very rude of anybody to do. Very, very rude and very rude. And telling me, asking me questions about my life, why, that's uncalled for. and I do not like it. Don't like people in my face asking me personal questions either. So, okay, how does money benefit me? Well, I can pretty much go buy what I want, and sometimes I like to go out on the town and look for a big old handsome man and bring him, big old handsome Indian man, and bring him home with me and sit around and drink Snapple all night and talk nonsense and stuff. And I like to collect little shell people and animals and stuff. I like these. I got a whole barnyard of those shell animals. I think they're cute. It makes my day when I got enough money to do that. Indians and shell people. Yep, that's what I like to do. Okay, how do I make use of other people's trash? Okay, I live in an apartment building, and I've got a garbage chute right over across the hall there, and I live on the 5th floor, and there's about 3 levels up above me, and I get a net and put over down in that hole, the garbage dump hole, and when they throw it out, I just reel it in and see what they got, and they have some pretty good stuff in there sometimes, and then sometimes it's not good, so I just go out and put it on back down for the other person to get. It's pretty good stuff sometimes. And okay, my personal space or do I rather communicate with people like over the internet and stuff? Okay, on Facebook I like to talk to my girlfriends and all that kind of stuff, and talk about the old days and some of the crap we went through and some of the meanness we got into, and I like to see how many hits I can get on men out there, see how many I can get lined up and that kind of stuff. And then my personal space, when I talk face to face with people, I like to do that too. So if we get to talking and the subject gets out of hand or something, I can slap their face and even taste their tears when they cry. Yeah, I like to be with people and on the internet too. It's both very entertaining. My daily rituals is that I live in this apartment building, and there's a lot of old people in here, and they die. And I cover my doorway with garlic, and to keep out the evil spirits. And there's a lot of old people around here. They get after you when they die, I think. And that just scares the crap out of me. That's one of my rituals. Uh, and when I go to bed at night too, I go soak in a tub of hot water, and instead of using the towel, I run around naked and air dry myself all over, up and down the hallways. I just run back and forth till I air dry myself, and I hear people going, "Whoopee! Look at the old lady out there running up and down the hall naked." Okay, what kind of fantasies do I have? Okay, when I go out, especially if it's rained real hard and I see a big old mud hole, I fantasize about rolling around in it and squishing it between my toes and rubbing it under my arms and in my hair and stuff, and all over my face, and I look like a little old mud ball when I get through. That's my biggest fantasy. Okay, what last competition I was in that that caused a confrontation? I used to be on the softball team. My brother had us going, and we was called Gophers. Gophers was our name. We had uniforms and everything. We used to play baseball, and all the girls started calling me Hershey's Kisses Nipples, and I got mad at them, and I went and busted their legs with my ball bat, and that was pretty much a good conversation.